With Chase?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Chase.
Okay.
So
Because I know they're all close.
long time stalwarts of the Minnesota scene, Loaf and Lucky, even back to the Smash 4 days, back when I would compete here when I lived on the Minnesota-Wisconsin border. Super talented players, but even without those guys here in Minnesota, they got a lot of great players. We're going to be kicking it off here with Squiddybux and CrystlMath on the Ganon and the Ness.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for Crystal. I mean, you know, Ganondorf, he can beat anybody if he just, you know, you're playing like an idiot and he's kind of running all of his hits. Then, yeah, Ganondorf can win. But as long as you kind of know what you're doing, you can pretty much stuff out a lot of what he's doing. Like right there, that was just like basically a short hop forward air, and you just kind of put on a lot of damage.
As far as matchups that you'd want as Ganon, I feel like you could do worse than Ness.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Where having those smaller hitboxes on Ness, you do have to contend with Ganon, but given the right spot off stage, that down air is going to do just fine.
Yeah, that's just one of those situations you're going to need to keep aware of next time. Like, if Squiddy's in that right spot, you're going to just have to drop and go for an up special, you know, just get back to the ledge that way instead. And even though you can also do that as a reversal if they try that stomp again, and you can actually get stage advantage. Great air dodge, actually. Nice.
As we were talking about at the beginning of this game,
Ooh.
Squiddy is not giving CrystlMath any opportunities to play the game. It's just continuing to apply that safe Ness pressure, great frame data, and Ganon just isn't able to get the space he needs to get anything going. So already down to his last stock is CrystlMath.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, back in Melee, him and Falcon would both get their jumps back after down B in the air, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they should bring that back for them.
It's
For
surprising that
Falcon,
they
it would
don't have
be
that.
really good for Falcon, but it should definitely be there for Ganondorf.
Especially in a game like Smash Ultimate where recoveries are, like, they're stronger. For the vast majority of the cast, not being able to jump after this kind of option is kind of bizarre.
Yeah, because like Ganondorf has the absolute worst recovery in this game. It's just... Oh,
yeah, there you go. PS2 notorious for taking away those recoveries, especially as you get stuck underneath it. So
yep.
CrystlMath definitely had a mountain to climb there and was just like, I'm good.
Yep. Yeah, that's rough. That's real rough. But you know what? It is what it is, man. Good game 1 win. Was that a 3-stock?
It is 3-stock.
Hey, there's a couple. I think that was Squiddy taking the game, not
Squiddy.
Crystal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, CrystlMath is on the Ganon. Gonna be switching over to the Jigglypuff.
Interesting. That
I
is,
like the switch. As far as like, rather than staying on Ganon, that was just not working out. You have much better offstage mobility, so you're
it's
not
a
getting those edge
much
guards.
better switch, yeah. Especially that mobility in general. You know, you just have some decent aerials to kind of contest with a lot of what Ness is trying to do anyway. Forward air, back air, nair in general.
Yeah. The air-to-air game is definitely much more even now, and you're not going to be as impacted by those PK fires on the ground as well, because Puff really isn't going to be there very often, except unless he's like looking for a jab or a grab.
Okay.
So this definitely gives him a lot more options to play around Ness's neutral.
Crystal presses pound a lot on Jigglypuff, I've already noticed so far.
It's definitely like a good lingering hitbox in this matchup too, where Ness is trying to approach with those fares just to get things going in neutral. So gets you that long lingering hitbox just to deal with Ness. And it's working out a lot better. Already off to a much better start. So has his first stock and a little bit of a percent lead.
Okay, there we go. I like that. Tried to get the forward air out of the shield, not to be able to find it. And man, okay, there we go. I was going to say, somebody's got to land a hit eventually. We were just whiffing back and forth.
And, you know, one of the trade-offs here, though, is now that you're not Ganondorf, you're much, much lighter on Puffs. That up smash on the ledge going to kill very early. And if Ness gets a throw, too, on Puff, he's going to die incredibly early. But that's an edge guard you're not going to be able to get with Ganon.
Yeah, that was very well done. Okay, there we go. Okay, that was the down smash. Interesting. Oh, wait.
Okay.
He should be fine. I'd say you might have gotten his jump, but, like, I don't think you're going to be able to take the stock here. Nice air dodge, though.
No.
Wow,
no.
okay. I was going to say, either he just falls or you just go down there and then take the PK Thunder from him.
That's a self-edge guard there, though, where you try to reversal with the down air and too far down to get that PK Thunder. Can't really see under PS2, so down a full stock is Squiddybux. So that's a lot of percent he has to pile on here to even this back out.
Yeah, that second stock certainly was pretty detrimental here. Okay, there we go. Boom. Good damage. Okay, you know, I like what they attempted to do there. Unfortunately, like, kind of just rolled away to the other side. And I don't think he would have been asleep long enough to actually just take a stock or get anything out of it. Sing lasts way too long.
You definitely go for the home run here as you've got that full stock lead. So it's up to Squiddybux just to continue to chip away at this lead. A lot from Ness will take it on Puff right now. an up air, a back throw, a back air especially. But
Yep.
a back air from Puff is going to put bad spot off stage. Can he make it back? He cannot.
Yeah. Very well done. Much better game here for Crystal. My goodness.
Great switch coming into. You'll see it a lot more, especially in like early rounds, where people typically tend to play a couple of characters. They're more likely to switch, especially if a game one
I think it's
doesn't
also
go.
because like people are more likely to get into their head about it too. This just happened to work out this time. I can't tell you how many times I've seen like the pools in general. You'll see someone get destroyed one game, they immediately swap to another character.
And it wasn't necessarily about like the game plan. They're just like, oh, I should just switch characters.
Yeah, this character doesn't work.
But this was a fantastic switch where Ganon really was not working, did not get the openings that he needed. So being able to air with Ness made a huge difference in that game too.
Yep. Yeah, this should definitely be a lot better, and it's already looking a lot better here.
Getting back to work with those pounds, as you're talking about. Still starting to juggle a little bit here with those PK Thunders just to disrupt Puff as he's coming in. So Squiddybux showing that adaptation and return, but here we go. Nice little combo starter, but not too much damage.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Back air, but a nice parry. Forward air. Both these guys just trying to apply some decent pressure. Going to get that falling up air. Put him off stage. Nice. There we go. That was a great usage of the Nair. You completely just get rid of the yo-yo entirely, and you also create some space for yourself to get back onto stage.
A little bit of damage
Oh my
too.
God.
But now back off stage once again. A lot from Ness in the corner. That could be a shield break unless he rolls through.
What?
The smallest shield of all time. And getting the rollout.
Oh no, I don't think he wanted to grab that ledge, but still, I'm still recovering from the rollout. Here, the back air. This is such a goofy game 3.
He may not have even been able to tech that if he tried to disrupt that PK Thunder 2 with that percent that Puff was at, even if he held down. But that sleep not going to connect, and that's going to be a Nair just to get us back to dead even stocks.
Okay, nice. Probably need to find a way to DI out there, because I don't think you should have taken 47%. That would have been a rest! Oh!
I thought you just go for the falling up air and arrest there. I don't know if he necessarily needed the pound, but still some good damage. You see, it was all Squiddybux game 1, CrystlMath game 2. Now it's just like dead even as they continue to adapt back and forth.
Yeah. I think they wanted to hit the rest. I think they heard me and they replied to me down there. I think the pound might have just been. It might have just been one of those situations where you get your opening and you're just like ready, like you weren't ready for it, so you get a little excited. It happens. Ooh, there we go. Second stock gone, but 100% really not that big of a deal, especially for a Jigglypuff. We've seen it before. You get him off stage, you follow up with a forward air. I like that. Oh!
Just didn't quite hang down there long enough to get that edge guard, so Squiddybux going to live a little longer here on this second stock. Going to continue to challenge and just isn't in the right spot again. Going low, but Squiddybux just preemptively goes high every single time.
Okay, looking for that backer, not going to be able to find it. Building up damage slowly, got to stop the bleeding here. We do get that the last stock, second stock out of the way. 64%, really not that big of a deal, honestly. You get a nice solid opening, I think it's like, what, 40%? And then falling up air, you should be able to rest to take the stock.
Yeah,
there we go.
Really even it back up, as you were saying. And, okay, there we go.
Nice.
But preemptively covering the high recovery with that back air. So that's how, whether intentional or not, there is that conditioning where you continue to let them get away with that kind of option.
Yep.
And then you save it for when you absolutely need it the most at the end of the game to steal out the stock.
Yeah, that was a great call out. Well done from Crystal. Definitely makes up for that missing that potential rest. It's definitely one of those things too where like you miss a combo that you really feel like you should have had and you just end up pressing the wrong button entirely. And that can really, mess with your mental going through the rest of the set. But they were able to kind of, clutch it in. He got his game, and now we're going to go into game 4. Just need one more, and CrystlMath going to get not a nice reverse 3-0, but good enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a reverse 3-0 where you just switch characters and just like roll through the 3-0. But Squiddybux trying to have something to say about it here, getting off to a nice start. I feel like he's going to be looking to do more just walling, trying to stay away from Jigglypuff here as the set goes on, because whenever CrystlMath has gotten his little pink hands on him, it's been a ton of damage.
Yeah. The big thing here too, okay, like right there, shouldn't have dropped off the platform, but Crystal isn't scared to go off stage, and I think that's huge, especially against a character like Ness. You want to try and get rid of all those resources that they'll have as they try to recover, and you can make them get rid of those. It's just going to become like an easy game. You don't have to guess as much because they only have so many options left.
And Ness has to recover at very specific angles in order to like protect himself from getting edge guarded. But like here we go, offstage really deep. I'm just gonna get that drop down back air. That's that clinical stuff to just finish out that stock. Ooh. Okay. That was great timing getting up through that for the yo-yo and just continuing to pound that damage. Just didn't quite follow up off of the reset.
Oh, there we go.
This time.
And wow,
he
we
gets
got
the shield off.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's huge. Yep, gonna get the drill going on here. Yeah, this swap to off Ganondorf was definitely the right play here. Okay, gotta punish. Oh, living. Okay, great DI.
Continues to survive off these PK Thunders going sky high. The PK Thunder disintegrated before it even gets to Puff. And man, Squiddybux just out of answers right now. Might be on the verge of getting a 3-stock here.
No.
Deep off stage. I would have just hung out there if I was him, Skip.
Okay. Okay. Hey, you settle down. You settle down there. My goodness. That would have been sick, though, if he hit it. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Oh, yeah, that's what we get up. We see you go down there and dap him up after.
All right, but anyway, right now, Squiddy's definitely battling back. Definitely letting us know that, you know, they are not done by any means.
Sometimes when you get a little too loose there, they kind of gives the opponent the opportunity to come back and stem that tide of momentum. Starting to see that here where one good hit from Ness could take this stock very early in the corner, like a back air that would have absolutely done it.
Yeah, back air would have been
That
the right
down smash
play.
get it done.
Yeah, great down smash. Would have liked to see the back air, but, you know, it was a very good Crystal game so far. If Squiddy just continues to play this wall-out game, should be fine. It's going to be a tough recovery cell here. All right, yeah, that's smart. Just go for the easy option. You don't need a clip every single time.
No.
Very well done from Crystal, though, after losing that game 1 in a 3-stock, just getting the next 3 games under Jigglypuff.
At that point, you're wondering, like, who's his main then? Like, I don't know. It might just really depend on matchup, but he looked so much more comfortable on the Puff. And you feel like he could barely press a button.
It just looked a lot better in general. But that's kind of also how Jigglypuff works a little bit, too. Like, you just get to press more buttons for free.